Hello and welcome to Math and Growth Mindset Session 5 with Mrs. Kelly. Today we'll talk about maths and growth mindset. It's a very important topic and we must all encourage growth mindset in our children when they're developing a healthy relationship with maths. It helps them experience math in a more fun and pleasurable way. We must also remember that developing a math brain is something that must be nurtured from young in life because all children have a math brain within them, and it's up to us as educators and parents to nurture that math brain present within them. I know our society stereotypes us and tells us that some of us do not have a math brain, and some of us do have a math brain because we're able to get all the right answers in maths. But that is not true. On the next slide, I will share with you Jo Bowler, my favorite math professor from Stanford, her view about the myth of a math brain and how she rips apart that myth on the math brain and tells you that everyone has a math brain and everyone can learn at their own capacity.
So how many people here, let's get a show of hands, have ever been given the idea that they're not a math person, or that they can't go on to the next level of math and haven't got the brains for it? Let's see a show of hands. So quite a few of us. And I'm here to tell you that idea is completely wrong. It is disproven by the brain science, but it is fueled by a single myth that's out there in our society that's very strong and very dangerous. And the myth is that there's such a thing as a math brain. That you're born with one or you're not. We don't believe this about other subjects. We don't think we're born with a history brain or a physics brain. We think you have to learn those. But with math, students believe it, teachers believe it, parents believe it. And until we change that single myth, we will continue to have widespread underachievement in this country. Carol Dweck's research on mindset has shown us that if you believe in your unlimited potential, you will achieve at higher levels in maths and in life. And an incredible...
Did you know a math lead is someone who has got over their fears of fractions, got over their addition anxieties, got over their subtraction stress? Are you a math lead? What does it mean to be great in maths? A good mathematician can think quickly. A good mathematician can think slowly. A good mathematician can achieve understanding. A good mathematician can pass it along the way. A good mathematician can remember all the details. A great mathematician can forget all the details. Tay Danae says about her own math learning, I want to understand mathematics well. I want to see it with clarity that requires work and the work takes time. Miriam described her work as like writing a novel with different characters that you get to know as you work. Her work was almost entirely visual and very creative. Steve describes himself as a slow, deep thinker. He has written amazing books to communicate math ideas to the general public. Sylvia describes working on math problem as a hike uphill and it's tough and you sweat and at the end of the day, rewards is the beautiful view. I agree with Sylvia in some ways because solving maths can be tough, it can be challenging, it can be fun, but the more you struggle, the more brains and neural connections you develop. And as you develop those neural connections, you develop more experience in solving those math problems. But when we struggle and we make mistakes, we grow our brains and we develop more neural connections. And at the end of this maths challenge, when we solve the problem and we get the conclusion, we feel so satisfied at attaining success. Similarly, when you climb up a mountain and you reach the top of the mountain and you see the view at the top, you feel so proud of yourself that you were able to climb up that mountain. Similarly, when you solve a math problem and you achieve success, you feel so proud of yourself because you learned something new. You learned so many different strategies to solve one math problem with. You learned how many possible math strategies you could apply to the problem. So in a way, Sylvia's description of maths is what I believe is great. How math should be taught. Develop an inquiry-based relationship with mathematics, approaching math with curiosity, courage, confidence, and intuition. Talk to each other and family members about ideas. Why did I choose this method? Does it work with other cases? How is this method similar or different to methods other people use? Work on mathematics that can be solved in many different ways or with many different solutions. Work on mathematics tasks that with a low entry point and a high level of learning or a high ceiling. Work on math tasks that are complex and involve more than one area of mathematics. Children should be given growth mindset messages all the time through the tasks they work on, the messages they hear, and the little goals in maths that they achieve. So when you develop a inquiry-based relationship with maths, it's about allowing a child to discover the beauty of maths and the fun of doing maths and the challenge of doing maths. It could be by allowing them to play board games, to play different kinds of games that allow them to explore the mysteries of math. Talking to each other when you're solving a problem, when you discuss the problem with a family member or a friend, you're able to brainstorm with that friend, share strategies. Sometimes your friend might know strategies that you might not be aware of, and so that helps you bring more strategies together to the table when solving a math problem. You can work on math tasks that can be solved in many different ways. That means that there are many different approaches to solving one math problem, like math talks, like number talk or splat maths. There are many different solutions to the math problem. You can decide how many different ways you can group the dots and join them together by adding them and see how many different ways different collections of dots can form one particular number when you do math talks. When you talk about math tasks with a low entry point and a high ceiling, it's like splat maths, where you enter at a low point in the learning, where kids just have to identify the number of dots hidden under the splat math cloud. But when you move away the splat math cloud and you see those dots along with the other dots on the paper, then a kid is challenged to figure out how many dots together can create one number, or how many different combinations of dots on a piece of paper can create one number. For example, when you see 7 dots on a paper, how many different ways can you arrange those dots in your mind to create the number 7? You can arrange them as 4 dots plus 3 dots, or you can arrange them as 5 dots plus 2 dots. So that's what you call a high level of learning, because from a simple task of identifying how many numbers under a splat cloud, you go on to adding those dots together to create the number. So that's where you've scaffolded the learning. And children should be given growth mindset messages at all times and encouraged to make mistakes and learn from their mistakes, because it helps build those neural connections and fire those synapses, and it helps them succeed later on in life and builds that resilience that children need later on in life. Here are some growth mindset messages that we can give our children. Instead of saying, I'm not good at math, you can say, I'm going to train my brain in math. I cannot do this problem. I can ask for help. I give up. I need to go back and use a different strategy. I won't try because I might fail. If I fail, I can try again. Math is too hard. Math helps me stretch and grow my brain. I'm not as smart as my friend. I can learn from others and ask for help. I keep making mistakes. Mistakes are an opportunity to grow my brain. It's good enough. Is this really my best work? I'm already good at math. I'm challenging myself with a more difficult problem. This last one, I agree, is a better way to frame your sentence to yourself, because when you tell yourself that I can challenge myself with more maths, it shows that you're an eager learner, ready to learn more maths, ready to take on newer math challenges and grow those synaptic connections and grow that brain. Whereas when you say I'm already good at maths, it kind of makes you feel like you've already attained that level of satisfaction that yes, I am good at maths, I can solve any kind of math problems, and you're not leaving yourself open to any challenges. So in our upcoming slide, we're going to talk about some growth mindset strategies that you can do together. Growth mindset things to keep in mind. Mathematics at home should encourage a child to believe everyone can do well in maths. Mathematics problems can be solved with many different insights and methods. Mistakes are valuable. They encourage brain growth and learning. Mathematics will help them in their lives because they're learning to think quantitatively and abstractly and developing an inquiry or relationship with mathematics. Positive mindset can be created with positive words. So those are a few strategies and things that we must keep in mind when talking about math and growth mindset with our children at home. Now I can show you a few growth mindset activities on our next slide that we can do to build growth mindset at home together. 1. Make a mistake jar. Anytime someone makes a mistake, drop a pom-pom into the jar and celebrate when the jar is full. Use fun analogies. Our brains build a bridge when we learn something new. The more we do something, the stronger the bridge. Take a new family class together. Create a family growth mindset cheer. We can do hard things, or we can do our best and have fun. Make confidence bananas. Write positive messages on bananas with a marker. Record a pep talk. Have your child record a pep talk and play it back to them when they feel discouraged. Your pep talk could involve phrases like, I'm awesome. Ask your child to teach you something new. Create a family manifesto. Include things like being brave, making mistakes, valuing learning, and doing your best. Play I Spy growth mindset. Have all family members call out growth mindset words and behavior. Make a not yet poster. Write or draw things each family member wants to learn or get better at. So now I'm going to present you with a little song from my friend Jo Bowler, which she made with her students at her UCube Learning Center in Stanford University. And I love that song because it promotes such great growth mindset.
This is a clip from a longer music video that we made of the kids.
Like we keep talking, can't stop solving. Like something is growing in our minds every time we check in. Complicated to me. We will make mistakes. We're just gonna shake it off. Our method's gonna break. Not a piece of cake. We're just gonna shake it off. Looking for things to leave. Present them to our class daily, so that they can see. So that they can see. You know our brains can grow. Who cares how fast we go? Understanding's what we show. Understanding's what we show. So we keep trying. Synapses are firing. Oh, so exciting. It's so cool that I wanna go and show the world.
What maths is about? It's about making mistakes and learning from them, growing brain cells or synapses, understanding concepts in different ways, and sharing your reasoning with each other. Make maths fun to learn. Thank you for watching. If you liked my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day.